So it's definitely going to be very competitive right from the start, as all of the drivers know exactly what to expect of these 5 minutes. The green flag flies. The race director, Martin Bean, being very clear to the drivers pre-session. I don't want to see any rolling on. I don't want to see any blocking. I don't want to see any waiting for a tow. If he feels it's getting to a dangerous level, he will red flag the session. He's been very clear about this in the driver's briefing. So hopefully they've taken all of that advice on board and will be able to go purely for lap times rather than any difficulties around the course. But this is a fabulous, fabulous racetrack, the Bira circuit. It's been here since 1986, so it's as old as I am. And of course, the karting circuit has given us plenty of great drama and battles over the years, none the least of which we saw, of course, last weekend in the Senior X30 fracas that saw Dylan Tan come through for his first Infinity IAME Series Asia final win in Senior X30. Almost assisted, if you like, by his teammate, Aaron Garcia, the IWF champion, who sadly is not here this weekend. He'll continue on, hopefully, later in the season. He's trying to get to Macau, either for round 4 or for the Asia Finals at the end of the year. He loves being out here, and we wish him all the very best for the season ahead. So time trial Group 2 for X30 Senior gets underway. For the sake of argument, it is Andrea Galimberti who has hit the top spot for the moment, but there's still quite a long way to go in this session. The big question is, though, can he go quicker than we have seen from Nathan Aria in the first session? That's the only thing that's going to matter to him. So obviously there's a big pressure cooker building. He'll want to be there at the sharp end, putting in a decent and solid effort. But it's never easy to predict how things are going to fare. So as the drivers push their way through the course, they'll want to give us a really good show. And so the battle is going to be raging from the outset. Everybody wanting a very fast start, and a very decent time on the boards is expected from so many of the drivers in this field. So we're hoping there's going to be a lot more to come still. Drivers want to give us a fine show. Nathan Aria's time, of course, good enough to put him onto the top spot provisionally, because of course there's still a fair way to go, but he got a 54.634. That's what everyone in this session has got to beat, 54.63. At the moment, Austin Gale is on a 54.882, and we've got double yellows on the straight. That is a kart in trouble. That's Jaden Pope. Jaden Pope's in trouble on the straight. There he is. You can see him for yourself. So Jaden Pope has had a problem on the main straight, and it looks as though he's going to continue into the race with no decent time laid down. So Jaden Pope will have to start the heats from the back of the grid. What a disaster for the Top 1 Motorsport driver. The double wave yellows are taken away on the main straight. There is his stricken kart. So disaster for the man from Oran Park in New South Wales. Disaster for the Australian. Austin Gale goes up to the top spot and now is beaten already as Jukka Bo goes top. Now it's Wadapong Yamchan's turn to go top. What a fillet it would be for the hometown favourite for him to get top spot. Jukka Bo second, Travis Teo third. Don't forget, it's 54.634 to beat. Will this second group be faster or slower? Tough to tell in these temperatures. But of course, if they don't go faster than the time set by Nathan Aria, it'll be the Indonesian on outright pole position in Senior X30. And that really would be sensational. Banu Steenmankong now goes second in front of Jukka Bo, reigning champion, who's getting better all the time, having made the switch back to the Kart Republic chassis, having been on the Explorer last year. Then it's Leonardo Mori from Travis Teo, Suleiman Kokasem, Vidatacha, Galimberti, Gale and Ambrose. And they're all covered by 0.3 of a second. There's nothing in it. So still warming up the tyres to try and get more out of the kart. Are we going to see a change to the timesheets? Well, Galimberti's up to P5. Jukka Bo remains on third, but only going 0.1 of a second slower than he had done previously. Wadapong Yamchan, 54.741, still top spot. But he's not going to improve on his best time. As up to third now comes Suleiman Kokasem, only 0.02 of a second slower than he has done previously. Nothing in it at all at the top spot. If you go all the way back to Andrea Galimberti in 8th, it's less than 0.1 of a second between the top 8 drivers. So Yamchan, Steenmankong and Suleiman Kokasem dominating for Thailand in the top 3. Then it is Jukka Bo from Leonardo Mori, Austin Gale, Travis Teo and Andrea Galimberti. Vidatacha doing well in 9th in front of Gunasekara. And then Jamie Ambrose from Shant Moswan. And then it's Fakin Jananukul from Swat Anoras, Yohanatan Mosh, Boyce Yang, Nanu Suksanti, Forbes and Jaden Pope, who will not go further. Still trying to find a little bit more pace. They're going to cross the line to increase their lap times. Yamchan gets a 54.9. That's not going to improve his time. So is it going to be a tie top three? And are we going to confirm the outright pole position belonging to Nathan Aria? I think we're going to, because it doesn't look as though the second group's going to be faster than the first. The checkered flag is in the air, and drivers will be crossing the line for the first time. So is there going to be any last-minute changes? Doesn't look as though there's many personal bests going down, but the tyres have already passed their peak. So it's going to be a very competitive Senior X30 grid, that's for sure. The drivers desperately trying to get back to the line in the hope they can make a little bit more of a push. The first one to cross the line of this group is going to be Andrea Galimberti, who comes out of the hairpin now. His best time is 88 thousandths of a second off the top spot. Can Galimberti get pole? No, he does not improve. It's very, very tight at the top end. And that means that it's going to be Putter, who is the fastest of the group. The first time ever that has happened in Infinity IAME Series Asia. He's been improving all the time. And Wonapong Yamchan is the fastest man in the group. Barustin Mekong second, Siddharth Cinnamon Kukasem is third. From Yukapo, Leonardo Mori, Austin Gale, Travis Teo, Andrea Galimberti, Chanaknan Viratacha, and Sishan Gunasekara. But they are not faster than the second group. And so it is going to be the top spot in qualifying in Senior X30 then for the man we spoke to a short while ago. Nathan Aria gets the top spot. What a brilliant result